So, you want to drift like this? Well, don't worry, because your boy Legends got you. Today I'm going to show you guys how to drift. Not just the new Mustang, but some overall tips and extra tunes for another one of my favorite drift cars on my phone. So don't worry, this is my phone account. We won't be drifting all-wheel drive on PC today. Today I got you guys with drift mode, new Mustang, the fresh livery's out, and I'm ready to spin in it. So this account is my phone. The Mustang, that over there is the car I use on PC. So we got the phone ready to go, and I'm gonna show you guys the setup. And all you need to know, my tips for beginners go all the way up to even the more experienced players that could use some extra tips on how to slide it in drift mode. And it won't take much at all. It won't be too difficult, I promise, unless you got a really bad phone that lags, because lag can be one of the big factors that affects how well you drift. So if you have a really laggy phone, then you definitely gonna run into a little problems. But if you can play the game fairly, then you're gonna be good. Trust me. You just need to practice, get used to it, and it's gonna play out just right. And I haven't done shout outs in a long time, so I want to give a quick shout out to all these viewers, commenters, always stopping by to watch the videos and dropping a like and all of that. I really appreciate you guys. If you want me to do shout outs more, and if you want to be featured in another video, you can just come and shout out down below. And what's your favorite car, any little thing, your favorite part of the video, and you just put shout out in it, and I'm gonna put you up for a feature video. So yeah, with all that said and all that done, let's get right into it and see if we can turn you into a drift pro.
Alright, so we are on the cellular device right now. The mechanism, I call it the mechanism because I got a phone cooler attached to the back now just to keep this cooling now because of CPM overheating the phone so bad. And I need a new one to record the hand cameras. So we gonna do that. What's making that sound? Is a bird in the background? Yeah, but yeah. We gonna get right to it now that I'm on the phone with the Mustang. I'm gonna show you guys the setup and everything, so let's go. I hope the mic doesn't sound terrible because I'm recording from the phone right now, so I'm gonna have to see how this sounds while I'm editing, but I hope it doesn't sound too bad. Now let's go into the garage. So the first thing for me is that I'm using a stock engine on the Mustang just to keep the original sound. Since I'm using drift mode, you don't have to worry about power too much. So I'm using the stock engine, but you can choose any of the top engines that you want. If you want more power, you can go for it. You know what I'm saying? But I like the stock engine sound and all of that, so I just keep it stock. For the upgrades though, I put the triple turbo. I'm using sports tires since Mustangs are aggressive when they're drifting, and I like that aggressive feeling. So the sport tire will get you out fast doing those drifts. And I bought the other upgrades except the brake. We don't really need brakes. We going full sand. So I bought that, fast gearbox, all of that, and I put the shot exhaust. You can choose any one of those you want. And that's for the upgrades. Now for tires, I think most of you already know how to burn the tires to 0%. Over here, you see how it says 0%? So you want to get that burned to 0%. But if you are new, I'm about to show a quick demonstration right now. So let's go. We're going to find ourselves to this wall right here, which is my favorite wall to burn tires ever since the old days. So we're going to come here. And if, for example, you're using a Mustang, if you're using a stock engine, you don't have it upgraded, you want to start burning your tires by one set at a time. So you can go front wheel drive, then use drift mode for rear wheel drive to burn each set first. So you got all of these turned off, turn off stabilization, ESP, ABS, traction control, all of those off. And so you can click drift mode first if you want to burn the rear tires first. Let me turn it down a bit. And then you can just rev against the wall. And while you revving it, while you revving it against the wall, you just click the map and let it burn for a couple minutes, like 4 minutes, 5 minutes at most, and it should burn down to 0%. So now it's burning by itself. You don't get to press the gas after you already click the map while holding it, and it's burning by itself. So that's good right there. So after you do the rear tires, you switch to front wheel drive and you burn the front one to 0% as well. So that once you get that done, you should see the 0% sign. And the tire meters right here, the indicators that show how much you got, you should see 0%. So now that we have done that, we can go back to the menu to finish up the rest of the tuning. Alright, so here is an important part, the CLG. So with the CLG, with the Mustangs, for beginners, so if you're watching this and you're a beginner, you're not really, that well experienced drifting in CPM, I recommend with the Mustang, this new one, specifically put in the CLG a little to the front, like how you see here. That's gonna help you transition a lot smoother, not spin out too quickly if you don't want to start out with the most difficult way to do it, right? Because once you put it to the back, like how we normally do it, because we normally put it to the back or closer to the rear there, closer to the center, you're gonna find yourself throwing some big angles, So if you're an experienced drifter and you can control those big angles, then fine. You can throw the reverse entries, the back keys, the 360s, all of that. Then you put your thing in the rear. But if you are a beginner, stay closer to the front, so you have a more time to make corrections and get used to it, and then you can take your time and slowly dial it to the back each time until you're comfortable. So beginners, you do that. Experienced guys, you already know your thing. You do what you want. So beginners can go to the front. For the suspension, this is what I'm running on the Mustang. I wish they would fix that incline issue, because I really want to run more camber on the front especially, but you can't because the car just keep bouncing when you turn full angle. So they need to fix that in the game. So incline, I'm not using too much. Steering angle, I got it turned to the max. Even though we could use some more in the game, it should give us some more angles so we can throw them crazy entries and all of that. But we're gonna have to let the devs do their thing. So they should do that. And this is my suspension settings. Keep that right there. Save. Go back. This is my gearbox. I'm running the same ladder configuration as you can see, just like a little step, bouncing up the step, boop, 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 boop. And the low final drive. So that's the gearbox right there. You can screenshot it if you like, to use it later. And now for the tips and tricks with this Mustang. Let's go into the room. I'm gonna show you my controls. And what else? Camera settings as well. Yeah, so controls, camera settings, and some tips for throwing them drifts. Let's go. Alright, so here we are at one of the popular drift spots at City 2 at the hospital. So one thing I want to show you guys as well, if you are using a mid-range device or a lower end device, I'm going to show you guys my graphics settings so you can still have this cool looking environment but not killing your phone too much. So I'm going to show you just that. I'm using the high resolution for just because I'm recording and I want it to be clear. But if you guys can tone that down to about 80% if you want, and you can just use that. Color correction, I put none. And this is my fog settings that I use to hide the disappearing objects in the background so it doesn't look too bad. You know what I'm saying? The fog, the background fog helps hide that, the atmospheric fog, yeah. So once you're done with that, you can click done. Now my camera settings at the rear. This is my camera settings at the back. I do have camera settings on the inside as well, so I'm gonna show you guys that. But you can copy these ones if you want for that, that drift look. At the back, a rear mounted camera drift kind of look. So that's the settings I'm using right there. I'm gonna save that. And on the inside, I'm running these settings on the inside. And I kind of push this forward a little bit just so the driver's face doesn't clip in the view. But yeah, that's what I'm running for the inside camera. Let's go back to the regular. And interface, I'm using tilt settings. If you want to go smooth, you can slow it down a bit if you can't handle that, if you're not spinning out too much. But if you realize that you're spinning out too much, then turn this up so you can make corrections a lot faster. So if you realize you made a mistake and you're gonna spin out, like me who's rusty right now, I haven't drifted in so long, bro. So I find myself making a lot of corrections. So I have my sensitivity up so I can just, quickly turn it and fix that correction before I lose control. Car settings, I use ABS for when I'm driving normally, but you don't really need that for when you're drifting. Just because when you're rolling up to the spot, use the ABS so you don't be sliding around because your tires are burned out. And then I use drift mode. So we'll put that in drift mode. And we got our camera settings on. I wonder if I can turn the motion blur on. Let me try these on. I hope it doesn't cook my phone too much. I got the fan at the back there, so it should be fine. And I'm gonna use gear 2 for this. Not much of a high gear because I'm using the stock engine, and let's throw it and see how it goes. So go in with the gas, and pick up some speed. You can flick it in or pull the handbrake if you like, full angle, and then switch it back like that. Just tap the handbrake. You know, if you're just starting out, if you're overspinning it too much, you can tap the handbrake, let off the gas when you're transitioning, just like that. Let's try to ride the wall. Ooh, close back home. And you just keep that angle going. See that? If you're spinning out, you go full lock, let off the gas, pull the handbrake, and just let it slide around. Just like that. And once you're ready for the more difficult stages to throw those reverse entries and those backies, you just put the CLG all the way to the back and have your fun. Because I think you can do 360s with the. Once you can put it in rear wheel drive instead of drift mode, and you should be able to rile it up to do a 360. Let's try one. So once you put it in rear wheel drive instead of drift mode, and then we just flick it around. There you go. Kinda. I need to put the CLG all the way to the back for that, but yeah, that's what you put the CLG all the way to the back for, so you can do all those tricks and all that 360s and rear wheel drive. And that's the setup for the Mustang. These are the controls, how my controls are set up. I got the handbrake button big because when it's small, normally you miss the handbrake button a lot, I realize. So that's why I have mine so big, and I have the gas pedal so big too, because that happens as well, because the phone screen is kind of large and I don't want to miss them. But yeah, this is the setup for the Mustang. I'm gonna quickly show you guys a few other of my setups that might be helpful. Hopefully, I think my S15 is still tuned, so I should be able to show you guys that. So let's get right into it. Ow. Alright, let's see if the S15 has the tune on it. This is up here. And let me know which other cars you guys want me to revise for drift mode. I think the Supra should have as well. I think the Supra tires? Alright, we're going with the Supra. Since the Supra is new, it should be drifting a lot better now too. Let's go with the Supra. CLG reset. So it was already all the way at the back. We're like that. We're going to keep it at the back then. Professional style, you know what I'm saying? We got the sports tires on, so that's good. I think we got the W16 in it, so I got some power behind it. So yeah, let's go. Not too much camber, because I don't want this thing jumping everywhere. So we're going to save that. CLG there. This is the gearbox I'm running. The Supra isn't as heavy as a Mustang, and it has more power. So you can go in those higher gears if you want, you know. And so I'm running the W16. The other upgrades you can see here. This says it got twin tires, but in here it says sport. I don't understand that, but we're gonna use it anyway. Let's go see how it runs. I don't remember if I had camera settings on this. It doesn't look like I did. Why is this siren on? This game has so many bugs. You guys saw I didn't really put a siren on it, so I don't know why I spawned in the room with it, but okay. And I think that should be good. A little overview type of look. Drift mode. I think everything else is fine. I'll only use the motion blur this time. I'm gonna put it in. I think third gear was good for this. Hold on. Oh yeah, you see that? It's clapping in third gear. Fifth. Yeah, it's good. It's running. I think it definitely is. It has the sports tires on it, even though it says it has torn tires in the upgrades. It has the sports tires on because it's moving fast. Not like the smooth torn tires, but it's the same concept as sliding with the Mustang. You release the gas, handbrake when you need to correct, and then you just fix yourself up and go back to sliding. And you can do them long drifts with the Supra and the big angles, get the CLGs all the way in the back. And I just lost it. So yeah, if I put it in rear wheel drive, it should give me that 360. Just like that. Double at 720, I guess. But yeah, you can do all of that with it. Once you got the rear wheel drive enabled. I need to get a new phone for all of that. But yeah, let me know which other cars you guys want me to drop videos on, and if this helped you in any way drift with drift mode and how well the setups work. As always, thank you for watching. Drop a like and subscribe, and peace out. Be safe.